I am so psyched for this big day you have no idea. My friends Susan and Mark are finally tying the knot. A time update, they are 4 hours away from walking down the aisle. Guests are expected here at 5 o'clock. Where are we? We are at their friend's home. And they said, Nick, would you help us with the wedding? I said, sure, as long as we can get into their home and really do some wonderful stuff when we're talking about weddings. Now, how did the house get this way? Well, the moving truck just drove away. We had a moving company come, take all of the furniture away, sideboards, couches, lamps, sofas, everything, allowing us a perfect space now to be able to prepare for this wedding. And when you're thinking about doing a wedding at home, I want you to remember there are some logistical things to consider. Now that the furniture has been moved away, let's talk a bit about what you're going to expect when you're renting furniture in for a party. This is a standard 60-inch round. This is what you usually find when you go to a specialty rental or venue location for your wedding. What you can remember is 8 people will fit comfortably, 9 people a little snug. The next size up table is a 72-inch round, so that's more for 10s, 11s, and 12 guests around a table. Another size table, and this is my favorite, can't forget the little guy, the 24-inch cocktail round. In the business, we call this a drop table. So we would place it, let's say, at an entranceway to a door or outside. As guests are coming in for dinner, they may drop champagne glasses, little purses, whatever they have that they don't want to carry around for the evening. Another favorite table is the serpentine. I have a team of waiters busily setting up in some of the other rooms, but I asked them to bring this one in. Serpentines are wonderful because of this shape, and when you marry it with a second table, it becomes an S. So if you're doing an at-home wedding and you may be doing, let's say, a buffet service, this type of S shapes really adds a wonderful look. Another thing would be extensions, and I don't mean the kind that you wear in your hair. I'm talking about little pipes like this that the rentals companies offer. You place them under the legs, the table height is raised, and that's perfect if people want casual conversation. Now, because Susan and Mark mean the world to me, I thought I'd bring out my fine stuff, my silver trays, chafing dishes, salt and pepper shakers. Not mine. They too are from the rental company. And go down to the rental company, talk to the experts there, and say, hey, what do you have really fancy? Or what do you have plain and simple? Talking about a nice look, our colors on the table tonight are a buttercream and blue. So I thought this Villeroy and Boch pattern is perfect. Plates, glasses, cutlery, all comes from the rental company. And the best thing about it, you don't have to do the dishes. Just place them in the crate. The company picks them up and you're all set to go. Another suggestion I certainly must say is to really do your homework and look to other places for rental items as well. This is a beautiful crystal compote dish, footed, which is super for serving strawberries or truffles, or I've given them to Rose, our florist. She's going to do the centerpieces in this evening. Other specialty rental items, beautiful candlesticks, and also silver frames. For tonight, the silver frames contain the menu, but you can also use these as number stands. You know when you go to a party and they have like the long piece of metal, a little plastic card? I don't have a problem with it, it's okay, but imagine this beautiful silver frame with a nice hand calligraphied little number is perfect. Other items to think about, a beautiful rose bowl like this is wonderful for giveaways. So placing little bombonieri, small gifts, it's just super. It's such a lovely look. Okay, now at some point in the day, you've definitely got to sit down. So I love the idea of these ballroom chairs. When you're doing a wedding like this at home, you cannot, probably most of us, I don't have 40 chairs, so I had to rent. You can literally have a seat which is removable. This is wonderful because we can cover it with different fabric, yet again, changing the look. Last thing is a music stand. When you're in, let's say, a banquet hall or a hotel, they often present a standing lectern or a podium, but for an at-home wedding, I thought a music stand was perfect. I'm thinking about Susan and Mark, who at some point will be nervous when they present their speech. While the weather is still holding, there is a chance of showers, but fear not. They often say that if it rains on your wedding day, well, God is simply overjoyed and is crying at your wedding day bliss.